Good morning, guys. I'm not great. This is really humbling for me.
What, coming on second date update?
Yeah, but not just that. Just the whole experience I'm calling about. I've been ghosted before, and it's like whatever. But this one did something to me. I don't know.
She was something special.
She was very special.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Why don't you tell us how you met Teresa and how that first date went? We'll go from there.
I met her on Tinder for drinks, and then we went back to my place. We spent a bunch of time talking, and then, before anything physical happened, I just, not because something physical happened, I was like, this is really great. This could be, a real thing. And she's smart. She's funny. She's easy to talk to. And, we found out that we actually know a lot of the same people. I went to Elder. She went to Seton.
Mm-hmm.
I was a couple of years older than her, so, her sister was kind of in the same circle.
Okay.
As me, she dated, some of my friends. And there was so much to talk about. And it was so fun and so engaging. And she stayed for a few hours before going home. The way we were talking, I thought for sure I would see her again. And I told her I'd call her later in the day. And she was like, great. So I called and I left a message. And then I texted a few times and just nothing. I'm bummed and confused and curious. So I'm really hoping you guys can help me figure it out.
Just to be clear, did you say, so after the drinks you went back to your place and I wasn't able to nail down if you guys actually hooked up?
I was trying to be a gentleman. I said before anything physical happened.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yes, we hooked up. But
okay.
I'm not trying to put her on blast or something on the radio either. So
No, I understand. Okay. Well, that was pretty complete. I don't really have any follow-up questions other than that. So why don't we take a break, and when we come back, we'll just call her up, see what she has to say. I think it's remarkable that this is not the first time you've been ghosted. I've been ghosted. We know Jenn's been ghosted.
Certainly. Every other day.
this is the only one that's really bothered me, and I appreciate you guys helping me figure it out.
Most of the time, you're probably like, whatever. Maybe you're wondering, kind of curious, but not curious enough to call second date update. So I can't wait to talk to her.
Thank you.
See what her deal is. All right, we'll do that next as we continue. Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102. They come from the same neighborhood. He went to Elder. She went to Seton. I guess there's a couple years age difference, but there are siblings who have friends in common, so there's that connection. And after a great night at his place, he said he'd call her later in the day. She said, great. Yet there was no answer. Left a voicemail, sent her a couple texts, has not heard from her since. There's been nothing. And he can't figure it out. Not the first time Joe's been blown off or ghosted, but this one got to him, man.
Yeah, it happens.
Anything else you think we need to know, Joe, before we make the call?
That she's awesome and she's really fun and cool, and just be kind to her on the phone. Don't make her feel bad about it.
Oh, no, of course not.
Okay?
Yeah, sure, of course. Would be nice. We're nice, aren't we, Jenn?
I think we're pretty nice.
Usually.
I think you guys always are, but this one's really special to me. I'm hoping we can figure out, the second date.
Okay. No matter what happens here, Joe, no matter how horrible a person she is, we'll be nice.
She's not a horrible person.
I know.
That's what I want to avoid. I don't want to make her feel bad. I really want this to work.
Even if she says something horrible about you,
yes,
we'll be nice. Thank you.
All right.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Can we speak to Teresa? I assume this is Teresa.
Yes, this is Teresa.
It's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you this morning?
No way.
Hi.
I listen to you guys. Hi. I listen to you every day. This is crazy.
Oh, nice.
Excellent. Have we spoken to you before? Have you been on our show?
No, is this a second date update?
It is a second date
You
update.
busted us.
Oh, no.
But we're hoping that since you're a fan of the show, you'll be willing to play along.
Yeah. We can already
No,
tell you're cool.
Oh, I love you guys. I will totally. We can talk about it. That's
Okay.
That's fine.
So sometimes when we call someone for a second date update, they don't always know who we're calling about because maybe they're dating a handful of people at any one given time. But in this case, do you kind of know?
Yeah, it's Joe, right?
It is Joe.
Yeah, I
And-
don't ghost very many people.
You have not ghosted very many, or you have?
No, I have not.
Oh.
And I didn't really mean to ghost him. It just didn't. I didn't know what to say.
You didn't know what to say about something awkward?
Yeah, it's so weird. So I've never had this happen before. I've been single and online dating for a long time, a little too long. To be
Yeah.
honest. And I was thinking that I might really be into this guy. You know, he's really sweet and funny and cute, and I mean, you guys talked to him. He's great, right?
He
Seemed to be,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were on our date and we were having a great time. And once things started heating up, there was this big awkward pause when he took his pants off,
All right.
and he refused to take off his shoes. So there he was, sort of flopping around, trying to pull his jeans down over his shoes. And I'm sitting there watching, thinking, okay, he's trying to be funny. And so I'll go along with it. This is fine. And then I realized he left his shoes on the entire time, like totally naked with his socks and Nikes on.
That's a look.
Interesting.
Right? Who does that? Why? Was he planning on, burying my body somewhere after? Like,
Hey.
what? Who
Oh,
keeps
wow.
his shoes
The only
on?
reason I could see this making sense is if maybe you were on a hike and then you had that
Right?
moment where you're like, let's do it, and you don't want to step on something. But if you're in someone's home,
I think toe fungus. I think nasty feet. Yeah, like there is something really awful going on there that he's embarrassed about.
Well, let's ask him. We have him on the line. Joe, are you ashamed of your feet?
No. I've got beautiful feet. I get pedicures, but it's about traction. It's all 100% about traction. My
That
feet
is
sweat.
so funny.
Oh, my gosh.
And I get it.
But when they sweat, we get slippery.
you don't want socks, you'll slip, right?
Right.
Trust me, you want me in shoes, especially the position that we were in. You want me in shoes.
Wow.
Okay, well, that's still weird. I mean, there's got to be some other solution, right? Like maybe those sex socks with those little plastic balls on the bottom, or, those socks that they give you in the hospital or at the trampoline park.
Oh, that's a good idea. My old place in OTR had a really small bedroom, so I had this brick wall not far from the foot of the bed, which helped.
No, that's helpful.
Yeah.
What is going on? You just slip?
Yeah,
The
no.
sheets are slippery. Your feet sweat. I mean, what is happening here?
Sometimes the bed's not long enough, and you kind of need to use your feet for traction.
Well, we weren't completely on the bed, and my,
Okay.
my feet sweat a lot. It's something I've dealt with my whole life. I'm willing to try the socks, and maybe I should have said something, but talking about
Yeah.
severely sweaty feet always seemed to kill the moment, more than the pause to take my pants off and wear my shoes.
I get it.
So,
I get it. But you do need to say something, because it's not like the girl isn't going to notice. You've got your shoes on the whole time.
Because what was
And
your
I mean,
first thought? Like when you realized he wasn't taking those shoes off, what went through your mind? What did you think the
so
reason
many
was?
thoughts.
Yeah.
So many different thoughts. I couldn't really concentrate on what was actually happening, unfortunately, because I was just like, when is he? Okay, there's a pause. He might take off. No, he's not. He's still not taking off the shoes.
Wow.
Why?
So
Does
funny.
he have,
I love
does he
it.
have claws?
Okay, so
And-
now that you know,
Now that I mean, he can get the socks, or we can do different. I'm quite versatile. Had you mentioned something,
I'm sorry, I just didn't
it
want to
could have
kill
gone
the
100
moment.
different ways.
Yeah.
so then when you went to put your pants back on, did you even leave your shoes on and drag your pants up over your shoes, or
Yes,
did you?
he did. I'll answer that. Yes, he did.
I kind of buy jeans that are wide enough to fit over the shoes.
Gotcha.
That's so funny.
That is funny.
That's not easy to do, taking your pants off with shoes on.
Nope.
Especially in
I've
jeans.
got
Work.
used to it.
Wouldn't have been great if he took his shoes off, then took his pants off, and then put his shoes back on and said, all right, let's go.
Awesome. That would have been awesome.
I did that once. It was so weird.
Maybe you have a designated pair of sex shoes and you use them as a signal. Like when you're in the mood, you go into the other room and pull out your sex shoes and put those on and start walking around the house to let her. That's your signal.
They are, they're very, very slim. She said they were Nikes. They're actually Chucks because they come off over my pants.
Hilarious.
My Nikes won't do that.
That is great.
Always got his Adidas Sambas on. He's ready to do it. Those are slimming shoes that can get through the pants easier than maybe some Air Max or something.
Oh, true.
Can we go on a second date?
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry I didn't know how to approach the subject.
Swing by DSW right after you eat and...
We may not have to. I'm getting messages here from people who work in doctor's offices that are offering those socks that have the grips at the bottom, like you were saying.
There you go.
There we go.
That would be awesome.
All right. Well, we'll set it up, Joe. We're going to set it up with, we'll set it up with you since you made the call. So, Teresa, you'll be hearing from Joe soon. Now you know.
Sounds
Thank you guys
great.
so much.
Sounds great.
Hey,
Can't
you
wait,
guys
Joe.
are great. Glad we could make this happen and clear it up.
Thank you.
All right. Second date update. You need a little help? Need a little more love in your life? Well, we'll try to get it for you. Just send us an email. Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
Coming up, the 1K letter of the day, your chance at $1,000. It's coming up next. First, check the roads again. Here's Toria.